You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Humiliating courtroom defeat issues huge blow to Trump, based on an article by Nick Hilden. Trump's name didn't belong there in the first place. A Vanity project meets the law. A federal appeals court has again rejected the Trump White House's effort to keep Donald Trump's name on the Kennedy Center, backing a lower court ruling that the administration never had the authority to rename a memorial Congress named in the first place. The dispute is now reduced to something almost absurd: tarps and scaffolding still hiding the building's exterior signage while the court asks why the change is still being obstructed. Who had power? The answer is not Trump. No matter how aggressively his team tried to behave as if a personal brand could overwrite public law, Congress created and named the Kennedy Center. Judge Casey Cooper said it plainly: Congress gave it its name, and only Congress can change it. That is the whole story in one sentence. The White House could order renovations, posture, and litigate. It could not conjure authority it did not have. The real decision makers, the important actors here, were not the people performing outrage for the cameras. They were the judge who blocked the renaming, the appeals court that found the administration had no evidence for its fundraising panic, and Joyce Beatty, the Democratic trustee who brought the challenge. Beatty did not invent a constitutional theory from thin air. She forced the administration to confront the fact that a memorial to John F. Kennedy is not an occasion for a private ego exercise. The misdirection is the point. Trump's lawyers tried to sell irreparable harm and fundraising doom, but the court found only unsupported assertions and a new donation refund theory that had not even been raised properly below. That is not a legal argument. It is an after-the-fact rationalization for a power grab that assumed nobody would bother to stop it. This is the familiar trick: treat an unlawful act as an administrative misunderstanding, then demand deference when the damage is challenged. The administration did not stumble into the problem. It chose it. It tried to rename a public institution without the authority to do so, then wrapped the failure in grievance language when it got caught. The Capitol as backdrop for personal rule. The Kennedy Center fight is not isolated. It sits alongside Trump's other Capitol pageant projects: the Arch, the Ballroom, the Reflecting Pool spectacle, the broader campaign to leave his name and ego stamped onto public space. That is not governance. It is territorial branding dressed up as statecraft. The pattern matters because it shows how authoritarian politics often works in the open, not by passing a law, but by testing whether institutions will accept a personal claim as if it were one. Each attempted override is an audition for submission. Each legal loss is a reminder that the law still matters only if someone forces it to. The systemic meaning. This story is not about a plaque, a sign, or a set of tarps. It is about a president who confuses public office with private entitlement, and a political system that keeps having to drag him back to the line Congress drew years ago. The court can order the name removed. What it cannot do is make Trump stop revealing the same instinct over and over. If he wants something, he acts as if it already belongs to him. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article, with the automated voice of Joe. Thanks for listening.